Welcome back, everybody. This is King Turtle of the Turtle Kingdom, and we're going to be continuing this NoReset Speedrun Marathon with some Felix the Cat. Who's going to be running, you might ask? But we have none other than GizmosGameLounge.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. And thank you all for what you've done so far. We've still got a long way to go, so let's keep those donations pumping. And if you don't have money to donate, don't feel bad. All you got to do, just share the links out there. Share it to all your friends. Use your social medias to your advantage.
Exactly. And for those of you who don't remember what we're aiming for, our mission is just to promote the education and development of children with intellectual disabilities, whether or not they fall on the autism spectrum, through the entirety of their lives. We offer tools and support projects dedicated to providing them with stimulating, adapted environments that facilitate their path towards a life of autonomy and personal growth. By donating to this cause, you can help hundreds of people. Please make sure to donate if you can. If you can't, just being here with your support is good enough as well. But let's go ahead and check with Gizmo, shall we, to see if he's ready for the run.
We are ready, and we're going to start our timer after I say clunk. I selfishly stole that from a Mr. Arcus, one of my personal heroes. So we're going to do the no-no and reset the game real quick. No. Oh, yes. We got to have the memory at the right spot. And here we go in 3, 2, 1, clunk.
Alrighty, good luck.
Thank you. So this is a wonderful game made by Hudson Soft. Anytime you see the Hudson B on something, you know you got a good, solid game here. It's also a later release.
Oh, how late, may I ask?
It was 1994. Many people were already playing Super Nintendo by the time this came out. Matter of fact, the great RPG you just got done watching was put out the same year.
Really? I did not know that.
Yes, sir.
So what's the whole premise of this speedrunning game, Felix the Cat?
So this right here is one of the fewer games out there where the speedrun does not rely on RNG. It does not rely on any kind of game manipulation. The basic goal is to hold right as much as you can, and that will get you there. Now, there are some little tactics along the way. One thing you saw during that stage was you saw me taking the little floating logs up in the sky. Those are chances to frame advance because it is the only way to really speed up in Felix's base form.
And how's that possible, I might ask?
Because you were moving forward at the same time as the logs. So it actually allows you to gain a few frames here.
No, what was that called? Frame advancement?
Frame advancing. It's very similar to a technique a lot of Super Mario Brothers runners will use. And basically every stage is set up to set you up for the next stage. So there are several power-ups. And you'll see, took the hit a little too early there.
Oof.
But every stage is set up to get you to where you will be moving forward faster in the other stages. So every power-up that Felix takes, what ends up happening is you do an extra point of damage. Now, until the final boss, it makes no sense to go all the way up because the damage differential on a boss is only one hit from one power-up versus the last power-up.
Okay. This just in. We just got a $21.80 donation, and I'm going to butcher the name, unfortunately, so please forgive me on this. They are in chat as well. Their name is Donatello. Is that how you pronounce it? Kind of like Donatello. We love kitties. Oh yeah, get the cat jams in chat, folks. Get those cat jams. Unfortunately, not many people have the Felix emotes out there, so cat jam's going to be just fine with that. Thank you so much for that donation. We are trying to reach to 5,000 before the end of F0, which is going to be right after the Felix the Cat run.
All right, that last stage, you saw me go ahead and power up to the final form of Felix there. You take an intentional time loss in that stage to get powered up to where you start the next level with the airplane mode, because the airplane is actually a much faster vehicle.
Oh. Approximately how many seconds would using an airplane be versus one of the other forms?
Form 1 and Form 2 are the exact same speed, and then Form 3 being the airplane. On the final stage, it can save you upwards of 7 to 8 seconds.
Okay. Oh, thank you for letting me know. Should I call you Tello, maybe? But thank you for letting me butcher your name so properly, and thank you again for the donation of $21.80. Definitely appreciate it. So the first boss that we encountered just a moment ago, or maybe a couple moments ago now. I'll give you some time for this one.
I was going to say, this one right here always gets me, but there we go. That one, easy
Oh,
peasy.
beautiful. Beautiful.
And now
So
we run up there.
The first boss was Poindexter, if I remember correct?
Yes. We'll see him twice in this run.
Okay. I actually have a fun fact of that. I'm going to butcher the guy's last name as well, too, because I'm really good with names, apparently. So, fun fact with Poindexter is their name was inspired by one of the lead people in Felix the Cat. And, well, technically, so his name's Joe Oriolo, I think is how you pronounce it. His lawyer's name was Emmett Poindexter, and so that's where he got the Poindexter from to make the boss for Felix.
Okay. I did not know that. I like that.
I always like to throw in a little bit of trivia here and there.
Oh, I was today years old when I learned that.
Oh man, this looks like a little bit of a rough level.
It's not too bad. Now that was an accident. I did not want to power up, but that's okay. We'll take an intentional hit here.
Okay. You know, save those hearts.
Yep. The goal of every stage, if you were going for something like a world record pace, which obviously, you know, we're going for marathon strats, playing it a little safer. But world record pace, you would want to end every stage with 0 hearts left, because it actually takes a little time to count the hearts down at the end of the stage.
Oh, so this is the airplane that you were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it can save up to 7 seconds per stage.
Okay.
And we have 3 flight levels. So
yeah, it's not like I've seen this before or anything. I've never seen this game in my life, I swear. For those of you who don't know, I'm actually a moderator on Gizmo's channel. So I've seen most of his runs on this, and they're very enjoyable to watch, honestly.
See, I'm actually off time a little bit. I think I'm going to take one more intentional here. Come here.
Okay.
Oh, took the intentional too
Ooh.
fast. That's
Oh,
okay.
no.
We'll recover. Boop. Just gotta avoid. Right. It's gonna take us one more hit.
And which boss's name is this? Do you know?
This is Rock Bottom.
Got it.
And there we go. Not ideal, but you know what? We're only talking about a difference of probably 10 seconds for the whole run by finishing with this.
Okay, that's not too bad.
No.
Got some wiggle room in there, you know?
Oh, yeah. We will be coming up to 2 stages very soon that are called the Run Makers. And by the way, in case anyone has never seen my streams before, this is my favorite level.
You say that every single time.
Every time.
It's a beautiful level, though. It's got little palm trees. It's got nice rivers. It's got all of it there.
Once again, we're going to take a little slower path here. Safety strats for marathons. I'll go ahead and take the time loss here, and we'll go.
Bam. Well, at least you got the magic bag of tricks.
Mm-hmm. It'll start us out in a little easier when we go back to it. And this has 2 nicknames depending on who you talk to. Most people will call this a run breaker stage. I look at it kind of like I can't remember his name, but the old world record holder for Doom when he was talking about the ledges. You got to learn to love them. This is the run maker stage. Oh, and just like that, that's how quick she goes.
Just barely didn't have enough to get under it.
Barely on the hitbox there.
My goodness. So, another fun fact for y'all. The magic bag of tricks that Felix has in order to, beat the bosses. Well, they're not really bosses in the show, but the villains was actually going to be a magic carpet instead of the magic bag. But the not the devs, but the directors and everything were like, okay, we're going to throw a bunch of stuff at you, animators. Try to have a solution for everything. And they're like, you know what? It's going to be easier with a magic bag of tricks instead of a magic carpet. We'll just use that.
I like that. And here's a fun fact for the run. The magic bag is OP because it only does 2 damage less than the regular bag, but it has a 270-degree AoE, and it has more iframes than anything else in the game, so you can do some iframe manipulation, similar to what you do in Dark Souls and games like that.
Are we going to be seeing any of that tonight?
We may.
Okay.
Depends on how the timer looks towards the end. We're gonna try real hard to aim this for somewhere around a 28-minute mark.
Okay. And your recent PB was
26:55. After a retime, it was 26:54 and some change, but we're not arguing over a millisecond.
Yeah.
All right, and clean.
Ooh, very clean. Got those iframes on lock there. Just as a reminder, folks, make sure, if you can, to participate in the donations. If you do, and we get the goal to 5,000, we get to unlock something special for F-Zero. We'll have the bonus run of the F-Zero Grand Prix. And if you guys are interested in that, make sure to go and donate. And I'm trying to remember the point to it. It was donate.noreset.something, and I can't remember at the moment. Maybe
If you will type !donate into the chat, it'll bring that link open. And please donate, because I want to see Virus eat a lot of hot sauce. Okay, this is actually the last stage that we will have any kind of airplane mode at all.
Oh, farewell to the airplanes.
That's right. So what we're going to do in this one is we're just going to ride it out nice and slow, and we're going to ride the bottom. I promise you, they were not expecting Kirby strats when they developed this stage, because it is a much harder stage in the middle.
And there's the link for you, folks. I put it into the chat there, donate.noreset.tv. I couldn't remember if it was com or TV or whatever, but we have it right there in the chat, folks. If you would like to help us out and help out a lot of people, please, if you can, please donate. Definitely appreciate it. This is one of those levels that you basically like cheese it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's Kirby strats. Ride the bottom. About every 2.5 seconds, hit the A button.
So, I think this is a pretty good time for another Felix fact. How about that?
I love them. Bring them.
Alrighty, so originally airing in 1999, Felix the Cat cartoons were distributed by Paramount, Margaret J. Winkler, the Educational Pictures, and First National Pictures, all the way up until 1930. Then it got a resurgence with RKO Pictures in 1936. So this is a very, very old-time cartoon, very near and dear to a lot of people's hearts.
Mistimed.
Oof.
That is okay. We got it, brother.
So what's the quote-unquote best thing about dying in this game?
It's not permanent.
So I know that you're a big fan of these, but in Felix runs, death loops are huge, and they can completely destroy runs.
Oh, yes. Once again, we're going to go back to safety strats. I was doing something a little risky. Just for the flex. We ain't got the muscles for the flex today. All right, so this is a pretty easy one. As soon as he comes out of iframes, hit him again. Run over. Easy. Pop back. Jump. And easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Bam. Nailed it. What was that boss's name by chance? Do you know?
That is Cowboy Felix. They were very creative in the 30s.
Oh, okay.
Now, one little tactic you may not have noticed going out, but every time we exit a bag, we hold the right button and the jump button, and that gives us our super jump to exit the stages better. Now,
that little boost there.
Mm-hmm. Now, if we call the other stage Run Maker / Breaker, what do you think this one is? This is all the fun from the first one intensified. So what you have here is you have ice physics, you have water physics, and the way the water physics work, you'll notice Felix is bouncing up and down in the water. If you are at the bottom of your stroke, you cannot jump. So every once in a while, you'll get yourself caught. And these little wonderful, little fluffy animals that we keep punching in the face, these guys right here, their hitbox can extrude way past where they're actually looking. So if you're in the wrong spot, you can actually get hit.
Oh, goodness. Now, Wizagab brings up that Cuphead's character looks a lot like Felix the Cat. It's funny that you would mention that. It just so happens that Felix is actually one of the most copied cartoon characters of all time. A lot of people that were, or a lot of characters that were inspired by Felix, were ones like Mickey Mouse and Sonic the Hedgehog.
And by the way, no run breaker today. That was clean.
That was very clean. That was good.
That wasn't clean, but that's okay. We're going to pretend that that one was an intentional hit.
Well, you know, if anything is to be a fan of for the kingdom, it's definitely turtles. So seeing that little turtle gameplay was pretty good. Ooh.
Well, that turtle does do 7 DPS, so it's not a bad thing. Now, this little jellyfish right there is sneaky. Every once in a while, he will land just right to pop you right before you walk in here.
Oh.
And out the door we went.
Bam. That was one of 2 characters that we have a reappearance of, correct?
Correct. That was Master Cylinder Fight 2. The next boss coming up will be Poindexter Fight 2 with snow physics. Dun, dun, dun.
Damn. Just like that, folks. Nice heart gauge, by the way. 2 hearts.
Yeah, I would have had to have found at least 1 milk bottle through there anyway. So like I said, we'll pretend it was an intentional hit. If there was a time to get hit, it was a good time to do it.
Now, for those of us who haven't played this game before, what do the milk bottles do in this game?
So each milk bottle restores 2 heart points, and those heart points are your timer on your power-ups. So every time you deplete your hearts, you go down a stage, all the way down into the base stage. And we're going to power down here soon. Let's go ahead and do that. And you just saw the whole point of the milk bottles.
Wow. That's a great
that was a good time.
Great demonstration.
So we have ice physics, and the combination of ice physics and the power-up means you can hit your power-up, he'll go into his animation, and then slide right in. By the way, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that nice raid that just came into the chat. Hello, Raiders.
Personator 1LC, thank you so much for the raid. How's everybody doing from Personator's stream? We are NoReset, and we're doing a charity event today for Le Petits Rois. Heck yeah, dude. Thank you for being here. Just as a reminder to all of the raiders that came in and everybody else, why we're doing this? Well, our mission is just to promote the education and development of children with intellectual disabilities, whether or not they fall on the autism spectrum, throughout the entirety of their lives. We offer tools and support projects dedicated to providing them with stimulating, adapted environments that facilitate their path towards a life of autonomy and personal growth. By donating to this using !donate, you'll be helping both children and adults in need in order to advance them throughout life. And we would greatly appreciate it. We're going for a $5,000 goal right now for a bonus run for F-Zero Grand Prix, and it would be totally awesome to be doing that. Sorry for talking through that entire boss fight, but you did amazing.
No, that was about as clean as that one gets. We ended with 1 heart left and flashing on the way out the door. So we're going to start stage 9-1 with our bag like we want to. And all we really got to do here, there are a couple of places in this stage where you could take an intentional death right here would be one of them. If I felt like I could not get a refill like I can right now, I would have taken an intentional death there because that was a checkpoint.
Ah.
Coming up, there's going to be one of these professor clouds right here. And if I can hit it just right, that will give us just enough. And there it is. Oh, I missed it. That's okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you got to be really good to get that one. But that would give us just enough to get through the rest of the stage and kind of Kirby it. But we're going to do it the old-fashioned way here. Going to get us another milk bottle. This stage right here is basically on rails. There is no time save. It is survive and end with as few hearts as possible. By the way, if you run out of hearts, you run out of gas.
Oh, no.
We're getting really close to running out of gas. Oh,
Can Gizmo make it, folks?
Not this time, but you know
Oh.
what? We're okay.
It's all good.
We are at nice Felix coins numbers. If I do need, for whatever reason, a couple of more hearts, we'll take it. And this is another place for a nice fun fact, Dirtle, if you've got one. Because we're
yeah. I'm actually going to address chat real quick. I see a familiar face in here. Retro Game Commander. Thanks for coming by, buddy. Definitely appreciate it. This game is definitely a treasure. We also have the next runner in the chat as well, Manix. Make it happen so you can make DD happy to see me crash into walls for an extra 45 minutes.
Let's do it. And there we go. Now we're in stage 9-1. We are coming up on the end of the run.
Oh.
We have 9-1, 9-2, and 9-3 left. And I would be lying if I said this is my favorite stage.
I'll give you some time to get through this hard part.
Oh no, we're good. That was actually an intentional hit, and that iframe manipulation I was talking about, you just saw that.
That was beautiful.
You're not going to see it here, though.
No. Played it safe for that one.
You got that right. But yes, you can move through, and you'll notice the character blinks a little bit when he does the attack.
Mm-hmm.
If you're invisible and to the far right, you will not get hit by those big balls.
Oh, okay. So another fun fact that we have about Felix, the made-for-TV Felix cartoons had a very, very small budget. Considering that the series had a total of 260 episodes, and it only had a total production cost of $1.75 million. They even went through lengths to save money by hiring only one voice actor named Jack Mercer and asked him to slow dialogue down for the animators so they can do their animations a little clearer. And also, he did every character line straight through each take.
Wow.
Yeah. He did a lot of work for the Felix the Cat series.
And this is our last stage.
Oh.
Believe it or not, that was semi-intentional. I would never tell a fib on live.
That's the bat that always gets you too, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. If for whatever reason I'm powered down, I'm so used to having that 270 degrees of protection. Every once in a while, he'll hit me just right. But yeah, this is a typical last stage. Everything in the book gets thrown at you. So you've got professors that are throwing emeralds at you. You've got death pits. You got little annoying enemies with weird paths. But that's okay because now we're in the main boss room. We're going to do a full power up. So we're going to go to third bag first. We're going to collect everything in here. This will get us up to power up number 2, which is a frontal attack. Now we're going to go to this one. And the reason we go all the way to the third one is so we can draw his animation down to where when we come over here, we just play a little limbo with him. And this is pretty much it. So if you have any more donations, anything you want to talk about, we've got about 45 seconds left.
Perfect, because we have Mannix coming in with $40 for donating for your own bonus incentive. How could I?
Time.
Thank you for that $40, Mannix. I definitely appreciate it.
Well,
We're going to be seeing Manic here shortly. Oh, and... Ooh. It's a pretty good time. Pretty decent time there.
That's around 28:11. That's what I really wanted to do for you guys today. Once again, I want to thank everybody for what you're doing, sharing it, donating where you can, being a part of this. It's a great cause. I appreciate everyone allowing me to come on and ramble for a little while with King Dirtle. And there's a ton of content coming. A lot of great people are going to be running this for the next few days. So, guys, I appreciate you.
And thank you for being here, Gizmo. I definitely always have a fun time with you. We didn't get to any of the good stories between us, but we're here for the cause anyway, so we'll worry about that later. Gizmo's Game Lounge, folks. Thank you so much for being here and doing that amazing run of Felix the Cat.
Thank you. Maybe next year we'll do a little 2-player Pirates of the Dark Water.
Oh, yes. That'd be fun. Alrighty, folks. So we just saw Gizmo's Game Lounge with Felix the Cat. And up next, we're going to have F-Zero with Mannix 86.
I love that game, by the way. It runs 60 frames a second with Mode 7 graphics. It's beautiful. I'm really excited to see it.
We'll even get it into Mode 7 for people who don't know what that means. We'll get into it for you. Don't worry. And announce. All right, so we're going to be taking a short break here, folks. And we're going to be back with Mannix 86.